Hello, hello. All right, double checking this is all working smoothly. All right, I think we are good to go to get onto our live stream today. Alrighty, so what's up, traders? Welcome back. Today we're gonna go beyond spot trading. You know how that stresses me out because spot trading is kind of my zone. We're gonna be going and trading leverage futures on SuperEx. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll know how to open a 30x BTC long, take profit and stop loss so you can sleep well at night and choose between cross and isolated margin like a pro. Quick disclaimer up front, futures are high risk and you can lose a whole margin in minutes. So watch the whole thing before you go and let's take things step by step. Before we jump into futures, for anyone who is new to the live stream, I would like to touch upon how to start off with a SuperEx account. And if you're not 100% sure what crypto is, I'm here. I will hopefully be able to give you a quick little brief overview of that is really easy to follow of what crypto is and how to register our account for the first time. All right, before we start using this platform, I would like to give you guys that little overview of what crypto is in as most simple terms as possible. So cryptocurrency is digital money that exists online. It isn't controlled by a bank or a government. Instead, it runs on blockchain technology, which securely records transactions in a transparent way. Okay, so some common examples are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDT. Bitcoin is often seen as digital gold. Ethereum powers applications, and USDT is a stable coin that stays close to the 1 USD dollar. All right, so on SuperEx, there's going to be like three main things that we get to do. First, we can deposit crypto into your account. Second, buy and sell crypto using spot trading. And third, trade price movements using features where you can use leverage. That's what we're going to be focusing on today. We did spot trading last weekend. I might do another little bit of spot trading tomorrow, but for now we are going to be focusing on futures. But a quick, simple way to understand all of this is spot trading is like buying and holding an asset, while future trading is about predicting whether the price will go up or down without actually owning the coin, okay? So we're going to go step by step. Don't worry if it's still really new to you. Don't stress. So firstly, if you guys haven't already made an account, I just want to remind you guys, set up on SuperEx. Let me just get the link and I can send it through to you guys in the comments section. Bear with me one second. All right, so if you guys haven't already registered, just click on the link that I sent below. You can sign up using your email, phone number, and when you do that, just make sure you create a strong password and verify your account through the code that is sent to you, okay? So next, you guys should enable the two-factor authentication, the 2FA in your settings to add an extra layer of security. So remember, guys, we are dealing with real money. This is not monopoly money, so I want you guys to make sure everything is as secure as possible. Do not share your login details with anyone. So just please, guys, keep it your own. Make sure it's a good password. And don't worry if you're stressed about the website. SuperEx is really good at helping you guys step by step along the way. All right, once you guys have registered your account, let's quickly go and have a look at how to deposit funds, okay? So we're going to click on deposit up here. Alrighty. So go to your wallet and click on deposit. That's what we just did. Choose the cryptocurrency that you want to deposit. USDT is a really good option for beginners, and that's the only one that I actually have in my wallet. But yes, choose whichever currency you want. If we go to USDT, you can then choose your network, okay? So you can choose a network such as TRC20, BP20, ERC20, and make sure it just matches the network that you're sending to your wallet or your funds could be lost, okay? So when we're depositing and withdrawing, it is really important just to kind of make sure everything is followed by the prompts. So let's go on to Tron here. And as you can see, an address has popped up here. But if I were to change to a different network, so like Polygon, you can see that the address has changed as well, okay? So just make sure that you copy it exactly as it is and don't change anything. All right, so that's for, you then copy that and then go to your sending wallet, paste the address, and send your funds. After like a few minutes, once the transaction is confirmed, your balance will appear. It's always a really good idea just to kind of like do a small test first to make sure you understand what is happening. So be it 5, 10, 20, whatever it is, but keep things small just so you are able to understand the process before you jump into bigger numbers, okay? So now we're gonna have a quick little look at withdrawal. Let's just get that up again. All right, so you're gonna click on the withdraw button. I have yet to withdraw, so I've not set up my security verification, but I'm gonna keep this page up just so you guys have a bit of an idea of what is happening. So this is how you withdraw your funds. You go to the wallet, you click withdraw, select the coin. So similar to what we were just doing for deposit, for example, you can choose USDT and then enter the destination wallet address. Remember, make sure you choose the correct network and double check the address, as mistakes here can lead to loss of funds. All right, so enter the amount, review all the details, then complete the security verification submit, and after a few minutes, your funds will arrive in your destination wallet. Guys, it is that simple to get everything done, so just make sure that you follow the prompts. SuperEx is really good at making sure that they're explaining step by step what they want from you. So yes, don't stress too much along the way. All right, now that we have briefly touched upon how to register, how to deposit and withdraw our funds, we're not going to do spot trading today. We're going to jump straight into futures. And as I have told you guys before, futures is not one that I have dabbled in yet. Spot trading is a lot more for beginners. And since I am more along the beginner side, and I am trying to teach myself every week, I'm trying to learn something new. And that's why we're taking on the challenge of futures today, because it's something new, a little bit intimidating, but we'll take it step by step, okay? All right, let's go on to the website and go to, I already have this one opened up. Here we go. So this is the page that we are going to be working on today. I know it feels like a lot to look at, but we got this, okay? So this is the Perpetual future screen. It looks kind of similar to Spot, but with a few new pieces. There are kind of 4 areas that we need to scan today, okay? So number 1, the top left is our pair sector. Let me make sure I am showing you guys the right part. All right, you guys see the pair sector up here? That's what we're trading. So currently, I believe we are trading Bitcoin and USDT Perpetual. So you can switch to whatever you like. It can be ETH, SOL, anything by clicking right there. Number 2, we're looking at the top center. This row is future specific data. It's kind of like the mark price is what the platform uses to calculate your unrealized P&L and liquidation. So index price is the multi-exchange weighted spot price. Market price is what the platform uses to calculate your we're moving on to index price is the multi-exchange weighted spot price. So funding and countdown. So every 8-hour longs pay shorts or vice versa, depending on the funding rate. You'll see the timer counting down 24 hours, change high, low, turnover. That's really standard, okay? Number 3, the far right, is the trading panel. This is where you open and close positions. We'll spend most of our time today here, so we'll get back to that very shortly. And then the middle right, so just in the middle here, is the live buy and sell orders. So for futures, this also matters for funding, rate skew. For beginners, though, just have a bit of a glance over it. It's a lot of information at first, so let's not overwhelm ourselves with it just yet. Alrighty, let's just make sure everything is up and open. Okay, before we open anything, we're gonna choose to go in our margin mode. So in the trading panel, so mine currently is clicked on isolated, but a little pop-up appears here and you can choose which one to go on. So initially it will start off on cross, but I make sure that I always choose isolated for this one, okay? But I'll give you a bit of an understanding of what happens. So these three choices are quite important depending on how you want your trade to go. So number one, cross margin mode. Every position you have under this asset shares one single margin balance. If one trade tanks, the system will pull it from other positions' margin to prevent liquidation. It sounds nice, right? But if everything crashes at once, you can lose your entire futures wallet, not just one position, okay? So that's something to remember. All right, then we have the isolated margin mode. You assign a fixed amount of margin to each position. If the trade goes against you, you only lose that allocated margin. The rest of your wallet is safe. This one is recommended for beginners, and that's the one that we're going to be going into today. But then the third one is split margin mode. Like isolated, but you transfer a specific amount up front. If margin drops to below 100%, you get liquidated and the trader can choose all the margin that is in the sub account. Okay, so once you've decided, you can click confirm. My honest recommendation for the first month is isolated, always isolated. I have not dabbled into anything else because they intimidate me, and essentially we don't want to let one bad trade to wipe out everything that we've earned on this platform. Okay, so we're gonna play it safe today. Let's take it easy and slow. We're going to stick to isolated. Alrighty. Next, we're going to go into leverage. You see next to our margin mode, we have a button here. Mine currently says times 150, which is a lot. Let's go click on you. Okay. So, the big counter at the top, we can use the plus and minus buttons to fine tune. So you can drag the slider. SuperEx lets you go from ×1 all the way up to times 150. So remember, read the warning carefully. Selecting high leverages will increase the risk of forced liquidation. So at 150 times, that's 0.66% move against you, wipes you out. So, and then at 10, let's go down all the way to, a little 10 here. And then at 10 here, it takes about a 9% move. At 3, you can survive a 30% crash. Higher leverage isn't bigger profits. It's smaller margin for the same position size, which means the tighter liquidation distance. Okay, number 4, you click confirm. My recommendation for starters is times 3, 2 times 5, just to make it a little bit safer. You want to learn the platform. You don't want to get risky on day one, and you can always increase it later, okay? So I'm going to go put mine up too. There we go. All right, we've confirmed that one. Okay, next part. Now we can set up the actual order. So we're going to use limit order mode. So you guys see there's different options up there. Limit order mode, it's kind of same as my spot tutorial, if you guys remember. This lets you pick the exact buy price instead of taking the market. So we're going to make sure that is clicked on limit. Perfect. All right, in the price field. All right, so currently Bitcoin is around 78,000. So I'm going to make sure that I bid. I believe it was 78,200. So I have updated this to be price of 78,000 is what I'm going to bid. It's just a little small dip from the current. Remember, we just want it a little bit less. So if Bitcoin drops to there, my order will then fill. If it doesn't, nothing happens. I can cancel at any time. So pretty much I'm saying what I want the price to be before I make my trade, okay? All right, next part is the little toggle that is important. Continue versus USDT. You guys can see those two buttons right here, Cont and USDT. Cont kind of means many contracts. So each Bitcoin contract on SuperEx is kind of like specifically a Bitcoin quality. USDT means how much USDT you want to commit. Beginners should always pick USDT. If it's the dollar amount, you kind of understand what we're looking at, okay? So I'm going to go on to USDT. Remember, guys, we are beginners here. We're learning step by step. Bear with me 1 second, making sure everything is moving smoothly. Yep. I was just asked if I'm still streaming. Bear with me. Bear with me 1 second, guys. I'm just making sure that the live stream is live. One of my colleagues was asking me to double check that. Yep. Okay. No. I'm definitely still live on my end. All right, sorry for the delay, guys. Sometimes we always have a bit of a technical issue, and I just wanted to make sure that was all smooth. I don't know if you guys remember, I think it was last week on my Saturday morning. Wow, I was having one of the worst connections of my life for my stream. It was just jumping back and forth. It was really slow. I honestly think I only got 15 minutes up on that live stream, and it was horrendous. Wow, my connection, I've never seen my connection so shoddy. So right now I'm just a little bit hyper vigilant to make sure that the connection is as smooth as possible. And so far it is. So I'm excited. I'm happy that we're having a smooth stream so far. Okay, let me just get back to where we were at. Yeah, we're talking about making sure that we're always going to pick USDT because that's the dollar that we understand. Okay, so for this trade, I am going to put in 50 USDT. Remember, guys, this is just a bit of a demonstration. I currently don't. I think in my account I have 15 USDT, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to put in 50 USDT, and that's how much I'm going to commit for this trade, even though I don't have it in my account exactly. All right, we're going to look down below and see what margin says. The margin says 1.66 USDT. So that's only $3 and change locked up as collateral because at 30 times leverage, 50 USDT of exposure only requires 50 divided by 30. That's a lot of math, but thank you, SuperEx, for doing it for us, is 1.66 USDT of a margin. That's the leverage magic. Small margin, big position, big risk too. All right, so that makes it a lot easier for us to move forward. All right, now the most important part is the take profit and stop loss. If there's one thing you remember from this video, make it this. Never enter a futures trade without these two numbers set. Like personally, even when we're doing our spot trading, I would never enter it without these two things either, just because they do help protect you, okay? All right, find the TP and SL check box just above buttons. Let's go check you. All right, let's scroll down a little bit. All right, we're gonna tick that. This is super important, guys. So for my take profit price, I'm currently buying at, I believe it was 78,000. So for my take profit price, I'm gonna put 80,000 USDT. 1, 2, 3. I always have to count how many zeros are going in. So remember, we're buying at 78,000 and saying like, if Bitcoin bumps up to 80K, sell automatically and lock in my gains. I don't need to stare at the chart. The platform does it for me. This is really, really important. It's because for me, when I started learning about trades, I don't want this to be my full-time job. I want this to be something that I can do casually on the side. I learn something new every week. If I'm able to get some gains and profit from this, amazing. But I don't want to have to do the work all day, every day. I want this to be something that I put in the system and not have to think about it. So pretty much by me setting my take profit, if the price of USDT goes up, then I'll be grabbing that at exactly that price. Stop loss price. Remember, opposite direction, I'm going to put 76, 1, 2, 3,000. So this is the opposite direction. If Bitcoin crashes to 76K, it will sell immediately and cap my loss. So this is the line between losing some margin and completely liquidation. So guys, if you don't put this down, if for some reason USDT went down so far, you would lose so much of your funds. So just like it's really smart to make sure you guys put both of those parameters in. All right, next part. Only after both are set do you click the green open long button, okay? Remember, this is just a bit of a demonstration today, so I'm not actually going to be clicking it. Also, I don't have 50 USDT in my account. I think I only have 15. So yes, you would click the open long button. Open long means you're betting Bitcoin goes up. Open short means you bet it goes down, okay? Remember, you have to bet one way or the other. So a bit of an important math here. With 50 USDT size at 30 times leverage, a 2K move on Bitcoin from 78K equals about 1.28 USDT profit on take profit, or 1.28 USDT loss on stop loss. It sounds tiny, but if you size up to 500 USDT, that becomes 12.8 USDT a move. So guys, it's really important to scale carefully. Start small when you are doing this. I don't want you guys to be going all in, especially if you're new to trades like I am. I want you guys to really start small, play around with it until you understand what is happening. Okay, so once you've clicked that button and it's processed and your order is live, you can go to the bottom of the screen to positions and open tabs. Let me make sure I find that. Here we go. Positions, open order, order history, it is all there. So once you've clicked an open long, your order will go live. There's two places to check it. You can click the open tabs. You can see it at the bottom there. If it's a limit order that hasn't been filled yet, it sits here. You can cancel it anytime. So if for some reason the market changes, you stress out a little bit, you can get rid of it. All right, number 2 is the positions tab. Once the order fills, so remember if Bitcoin touches the 78,000 bid that I put, the trade moves from open order to positions. You'll see your entry price, your current P&L in USDT, liquidation price, and a close button. To close early, hit the close button. You can do a flash close, so that's the market price instant, or limit close, your chosen exit price. Once closed, your margin is returned to futures wallet, plus or minus the P&L minus fees, okay? If your TP or SL triggers automatically, the position closes itself. You'll see an order history, okay? So everything's right there. So that's kind of like a overview of how to do it. I just want to give you guys a quick little verbal overview because I know that was a lot of information. Remember, we started off how to start a SuperEx account, but what today was really about was future trading. So what you do first, let me just bring it back up to the page so you guys can see the page here. All right, so step 1, you pick your margin mode. Isolated for beginners, always isolated. And even when you get a little bit more advanced, stick to isolated. It's so much safer. I just want to make sure that you guys don't lose everything. Step 2, we pick our leverage. Start low, 3 times, 5 times. We did 30 times today. Step 3, price, set your price. Choose USDT amount. Step 4, always set your TP and SL. Remember, guys, this is even for our spot trading. It's the same for futures. Those two numbers are really going to help make sure that you are happy either way. Like if you lose a little bit and you've put the correct SL, that's okay. You set those parameters. But then if you're able to get profit as well, that's amazing. Step 5, open long or short based on your view. Step 6, manage position from the positions tab. So if you've got value, so if you guys think this is something you're interested in, we can go into it again for a future live stream. It is a lot of information. I totally get that. Future trading is something that, in full honesty, I have yet to dabble in. I have been doing spot trading for the last little bit, whereas futures I find a little bit more intimidating. But I hope you guys are able to gain a little bit of knowledge from that. Remember, SuperEx is super helpful and straightforward platform. Let me just send through the link again here. I think I still have it copied. Oop, no, I don't. Let me go grab that. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Let me just get the SuperEx main link. There we go. let's go send it to in the comment section. Yeah, so this is the website if you guys want to sign up to SuperEx just to experiment. I do recommend for beginners to start off with spot trading. Futures is when you understand spot trading, you understand what our TP, our SL all stands for, and the margins of everything, and making sure that you guys are doing smaller numbers to begin with. The website is incredibly helpful. It does make sure that you understand every step of the way. So if you guys are stressed at all, feel free to write any comments in the live streams. During the live, I will do my best to answer anything. And if for some reason I'm unable to, I always have friends, colleagues who are able to help answer things as quickly as possible. I did put a couple little questions on what you guys might be confused with, because when I first started this, I had a lot of questions. So I think I went when I did a little overview of this, but so an example, what if my limit order never fills? Remember, if the limit order never fills, you can just cancel it from the open order tabs anytime. Remember, that's why we put our 2 parameters in, is because we only want to buy it if it gets to a certain price, and then if it goes too much, we grab it. If it goes too lower, then we'll do that as well. So what's the difference between mark price and the last traded price? So remember, mark price uses index averaging to prevent flash crashes from liquidating you. The last price can spike weirdly. Okay, another random question that I always would ask was, how much can I lose? At maximum, your margin. With isolated, which is the one that we did today, that's the margin you allocated. With cross, potentially your whole futures wallet. That's why I'm going to definitely recommend you guys not go into that just yet. It is a lot that you could lose. It's your whole, everything that's in your wallet. So just be really careful that you guys stick to the parameters. Stick to isolated. Let me just show you what it would look like. So right now we're on isolated, right? I think I can still. So if we went on to cross. Cross is a little bit different. It looks very similar on here, but the loss is a lot bigger. And then split. Remember, guys, the website is showing you each and every step. Just make sure you guys understand what is happening. But I really, really do recommend everyone stick to isolated, because it is super important that, especially for beginners, you want to be as safe and secure as possible. Okay, but yeah, so that's a kind of bit of an overview of future trading. Maybe in my next live stream, if I get more in my wallet, we can actually do our first future trade together. That might be a little bit exciting. I currently only have, let's go double check how much we have in yeah, I currently have 15 USD, which in Bitcoin is 0.00024536. But if I put it into in USDT, remember, USDT is essentially the same as $1 US. So it's pretty straightforward on that. But yeah, maybe for tomorrow's live stream, because I do think I will continue and do another live stream about futures tomorrow, because I myself am still learning about it and want to make sure that I am able to grasp the concept a little bit more. And that's what I've been enjoying about my live streams, is that every time I live stream, I fuddle, I make mistakes as well, but then I learn how to do it better for future times. So yeah, I think it would be really good if we try and focus on future trades. I think we can do another touch on spot trading maybe next week. We could do like a spot and future live stream, and we can actually put some trades live. That could be fun. But yeah, for the time being, I have only been doing my spot trading just because it's what makes me feel most safe and secure. But yes, who knows? I will try, maybe if I can get enough funds, and if I deposit a couple more, if I get up to 50 USDT, I think I'll do a trade tomorrow, okay? I think that would be a good idea. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to deposit some more funds into my account to make sure that we're able to actually process the trade that we're talking about tomorrow, instead of just talking about it. But yeah, so if you guys are interested, feel free to watch my live stream that's tomorrow. It'll be around the same time, maybe a little bit earlier. It depends on how we go. I've just been doing, I had a stage production last night, so It was a late night for me. But yeah, no, I'm very excited. That was the first show out of 4, so I've got 3 more to go. And even though I absolutely love doing shows, there's also a part of me that's like, yes, I can finally be done with it. So that's kind of my mindset right now for my stage production. I've got another show tonight and then 2 more next week. But yes, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to the live stream today. If you guys are interested in tuning in for another future trade live stream, we're going to do that tomorrow, similar time. If you guys have any questions, comment on the videos, comment during the live stream, and I will do my best to help you guys out as soon as possible. All right, take care, everyone, and good luck with trades. Be smart, isolated